Welcome on this Tuesday, IntellectualRadio.com. This is ExCons4Trump Live. Tyrone Muhammad. Kyler Trust can't be with us today, but y'all know I got this. We're going to hold it down. Listen, live call in. It's going to get hot because I got some things to say and talk about. I'm seeing so much happening over the last couple of days, right, with this. And it's just this crybaby stuff I'm seeing, and I'm going to talk about it. So that's 708-223-8953. Live call in, 708-223-8953. ExCons4Trump Live on IntellectualRadio.com. Remember, go to IntellectualRadio.com and subscribe and share. Don't just watch us on Facebook Live. Go over and after the show, subscribe and share to IntellectualRadio.com and look at all the other shows that's on there as well. So this is ExCons4Trump Live. I'm Tyrone Muhammad, and thank you for tuning in. Let's get started. Democrats. And I'm going to call you out by name. Democrat. You all, for 4 years under Joe Biden, 8 years President Clinton, 8 years Barack Obama, have ruled our communities. Y'all have ruled our communities. And y'all have empowered, because in most cases, in most cities, a lot of the Democratic Party and leadership was led by black people. How easy it is right now in defeat for you all to point out what President Donald Trump is doing. How easy in defeat, how easy is it for you to talk about him when the people gave him a mandate to do everything he's doing? Why do I say it's a mandate? He has the House, he has the Senate, he has the judiciary, he has the military. You tried us with this illegal immigration. You pumped this woke stuff in our heads for 20 years. Y'all been pushing transgender, gay agenda before family agenda. Y'all been pushing this stuff on our communities for the last 15, 20 years that I remember. Even pushing it in our schools and telling parents what their children can and can't do with their bodies without their permission. This been the craziest thing in the world to see. If I didn't witness it personally, please subscribe and share again and share the live. If I didn't witness it personally, I wouldn't believe it. It looked like a Twilight Zone movie. It's amazing how you all are doing all of this crime right now. Y'all have eaten good for 12 years. For 12 years, you all have eaten off the lives, the death, the hustle of black issues, black so-called DEI, black so-called social issues, social justice, social change. I watched y'all eat off the dead flesh of black people. Y'all ate off the dead flesh of brown people because brown people overwhelmingly voted for Trump because they don't like what they people have bought into. They got family members sitting and been waiting in line for years, for decades to be citizens. And they watch y'all usher in non-citizens and then prop them up with all the resources that you can find. I'm going to say this again. It's always money. Y'all always seem to find money for non-citizens in other countries, but you can't find money and resources for the people. Well, the people have spoken, and they're going to continue to speak because we already starting to turn up this local thing. We identifying people that's gonna be running in some of these wards, these races. We identifying it, and we're gonna be supporting them. We will be starting the independent party. You better believe that, because you gotta have 3 parties. We can't have a 2-party system regulating our communities, our lives. There has to be a balance. There has to be a balance. And it's up to the people to create it. Because if it was up to them, these people are billionaires don't have problems with billionaires. These people eat in the same country club. They go to the same, they be in the same Martha Vineyards on the same vacation. Y'all saw how chummy Barack Obama was with President Trump. Yeah, y'all mad at Trump. But the very person who ushered in gay marriage and the woke agenda was sitting next to the person you woke people mad at, laughing and giggling. Because they know what you don't know. Y'all some puppets. Y'all some puppets. And I'm talking to everybody who vote blue, no matter who, hook, line, and sinker. And I'm talking to anybody who vote red, no matter what. Without a conscience and a critical thought around why haven't even the Republicans in this state saw that the dissatisfaction, the extensive violence and disinvestment and issues in Chicago, why have they not sought to create better relationships with the people on the ground here that's been fighting? The reason Trump could talk about migrants and TDA, Trinidad, Aragua gangs and all that is because the people on the ground we exposed that stuff before it was even popular. When I first said it, they called me the news. They were saying Democratic news outlets were saying we lying. That there was no gangs running around in America terrorizing black people. We're lying. I am so happy to see all the fears and the crying and all the crap that y'all doing right now. That's amazing. Earl, we fought every day in these communities to reduce violence, to mentor young people, to create workforce and work and jobs. We put over 400 ex-cons to work at ECCSE. We stopped thousands of shootings. Intervene, shall I say? Because somebody said, you stop, how you stop? We intervene into potential as an organization, as men. And we made one issue against the transgender, the gay agenda, and I'm going to call their name out. What's their name? Equality Illinois was using a murdered or potentially allegedly murdered transgender issue to justify getting more funding and more attention around that issue. And we came along and said, wait, women and children are being murdered every day. Black women and children are dying. Over 250 at the time, black women and children was murdered in Chicago. And we didn't see the transgender lining up behind that. Y'all know why y'all didn't see them? And the LGBTQ community lining up behind murdered black women and children, because they don't line up behind murdered black men. It's okay for black men to get murdered. It is perfectly okay and desensitizing for young black boys to be murdered in Chicago. And no outrage, no press conference, no J.B. Pritzker say anything, no Brandon Johnson. In fact, he want to always talk about something that's down. But shooting is down. It ain't because of him. It ain't because of him. and he lying. Furthermore, since nobody care about ex-cons, and I often say that ex-cons, returning citizens, just as involved individual, whatever term y'all want to put on it, are the most perpetually demonstrated, discriminated class and caste of individuals on earth. They're the most discriminated against. So the transgender who say they are a marginalized community thought it was a perfectly good opportunity to use another marginalized community to make themselves look good. They went to all our black elected officials, even the resources that LaShawn Ford gave us, Willie Preston, all of the different people gave us allocations of money, Senator Van Pelt, all the people. And they used that to take away ECCSC funding. What they was pretty much saying is okay for our cured children, for black kids under ECCSC to die. But the Latino kids under those different organizations, Ready Chicago, Metropolitan Family Service, all these different groups, it's all right for them to get their money. But when it comes to ECCSC, for us having an independent voice and a movement, J.B. Pritzker personally took our money, took our resources, or refused to allocate the funds that elected officials thought and deemed necessary for us to do our work. I'm almost proud I'm almost thankful that they did that. You know why? Because all of the work y'all saw ECCSC doing, that came from the contributions of people watching and downstate, upstate, around state, private businesses, individuals who supported our mission. We didn't have government funding pushing through our organization, so we wasn't beholden to no governmental officials. We wasn't selling out for grant money. Even the weed money didn't even come to an ex-felon-led organization, which the whole reason for making weed and cannabis legal was to be used as a tool to fix the damage caused by the war on drugs, to repair our communities. Everybody used, pimped, and hustled the cannabis industry, the cannabis money. And still, even today, I'm going to come back to that, JB is protecting billion-dollar cannabis cronies against little businesses like ours and us and people that's out there that's actively employing black bodies, brown bodies, for that matter. We're actively employing them. And because we're not the big cannabis companies and special interest groups, lobbyists and lawyers that pay black elected officials to lock us out of the cannabis industry in the first place. Now they're fighting to eliminate the hemp. They want to take the $5 to $6 billion industry that is hemp and then put it and roll it under the cannabis industry. Now understand this. Hemp is federally legal. That means it's already been regulated by the United States government. Yet here's a government under J.B. Pritzker, faulty leadership, bogus leadership, and weak leadership. He would rather feed his chromies and homies than to make sure our communities are straight. Ask yourself, and I'm come back to what my point is. When was the last time you seen your governor walking through the neighborhoods outside the apology tour? He had to go to all the churches and the pastors and politicians, standing with them because he called one black man or two black men lesser lesser or greater Negroes. He used he used that. One is more crass, the other one is this. While microphones was wired up in the office. The man is evil. I've said over and over that he's a greedy devil. Look at him. You think he's not greedy? You think that man is not a greedy devil? You think that greedy devil don't control your black elected officials? And the very nature where we have a strong Speaker of the House in Chris Welch that didn't move or push something that he deemed should have been moved and pushed, even though the votes wasn't there. He looked at it and his whole disposition was like pretty much, Negroes, y'all about to push my bill through. Who y'all think y'all are? I'm J.B. Pritzker. I put money in all y'all campaigns. He got to be removed because he has bought and paid for all our elected officials. We have to show him his greedy, fat billion-dollar purse do not buy our community. And if them elected officials can be bought and paid for by a greedy fat billionaire, then they don't need to represent us. They don't need to represent us because at the end of the day, you all have already shown and told, even the ones that stay home, that we're tired of this party politics. We are tired of this party politics in our city. That's get us no results. Do y'all know why they crying? I love seeing them cry. It feels so good to see them crying and whining because they was living on a high, they was living high off the hog. These people was eating pork. They was living so high off this pork. Pork bellies and pork feet, pork ears, pork guts. These people was living so high off the pork and violating our communities. Their cronies, all these social justice grants and special interest grants, federal grants, all this money was going to the same individuals. Look at it. Even after some of these fools lost their jobs because they wasn't doing something in one administration, they went to another administration and got a better job. How you go from being violating in one job location and being inefficient, then could go to the state and get a bigger and a better job? This is the problem. This is an absolute problem. And Trump is draining the swamp. Boy, it smells so much fresher in Chicago. That rotten swamp water is being drained off and purified. And the people are actually starting to speak up. These people are mad. Let me show you something. DEI program. They've already released something. I said not even, what was it, 2%, 3% or something of the DEI? I give them 20. Not even 20% of the DEI program serve black men. Not 2%. 2% didn't help black men do nothing. Black men didn't benefit from DEI. White women, Latinos, and gays. White women, Latinos, and LGBT community benefited from the DUI. And they didn't care if you benefited or not. They about their agenda. Remember, y'all, this is what this is all about. It's not about them. They can be what they want to be. But don't tell me I can't be all heterosexual. Don't tell me what I can be. If you don't want nobody telling you what you can be. DEI programs eliminated. Yeah, good. They haven't served us anyway, people. Black people, we've been making it off nothing with all these programs in effect. We've been making it. We've been making it with all these programs. They haven't served our communities, and we still been making it. Only a few highfalutin, boule class Negroes got rich off of DEI. I'm going to say it again. And let me say you another thing. Even the black construction companies, they haven't used DEI to train black boys and girls to get in the construction field. So why would you care if they get a contract or not? They haven't used their money and their opportunities. These black construction companies, the ones that identify as black, built billions of dollars worth of construction, the buildings, some of those high rises and some of these buildings you see in our neighborhoods. These black construction companies together combined over probably $100 billion worth of buildings. Now, I asked you how many over $100 billion worth of business. Now, I'm asking you how many of development, should I say, of development over with all of them combined. How many black men and boys have they trained? I could care less about DEI. DEI don't help returning citizens. Whether we check a box or not. Whether it's a box or not. We perpetually discriminated when DEI should be the main thing protecting us. Tell me what ex-cons benefit from DEI and federal government programs or jobs. Besides the tap dancing ex-cons that don't do nothing, don't really speak up for the returning citizen. They give them a job as tokens. They are token jobs. These guys got token jobs. They tokenism. They're not really fighting for ex-felons. They're not fighting for the violations that's happening in these prisons. They're not fighting the ex-con for housing for ex-felons, which is over 14,000, 18,000 ex-cons are homeless in Chicago right now. They don't have a home to call their own. They're living in basements, in rooms, and shacks, and shacking from girl to girl. And some of them are actually on the street. And you wonder why crime is high. Furthermore, this man say no more funding for promoting government workers and actually told them they could take a walk. If y'all don't like it, we ain't got no more funding for that. We ain't got no more. Bye. Federal workers. How you mad at a man that's cutting the budget when you see these people in Chicago every year they want to downstate, they want to raise and get themselves a raise? Where the pork at? Cut the pork. Drain the swamp. On every level. Then look, they mad at him because he's cutting the funding for children's sex change. Y'all listening to me? These people are mad at Trump because he's cutting the funding for children to have sex change operation with our money. Are y'all out your mind? Are you out your mind? Well, they believe they could be this or this. I believe I'm gonna say y'all something. I'm gonna say this right now, and I hope you understand where I'm coming from. What you identify with has nothing to do with infringing on my rights and my space. That's your business. You shouldn't be in my washroom. You shouldn't be in my daughter's washroom because you identify as a girl and you got a penis. You got a penis identifying as a woman, as a woman, and going into my daughter's, while she in the washroom, or my mama, or my wife, or my whatever. Man, you got trouble. You got trouble, and ain't no identification gonna save you, and ain't no government gonna save you for what you got coming for being in the washroom with my little baby, my granddaughter. This stuff is sick. And y'all for 20 years push this on the people. Y'all push gender over family. You got some of these people that talk gender don't even identify as being black first. They don't identify as being black first. But you got all the black problem. Police probably gonna shoot you quicker, a black and a trans. I'm just telling you, you got all of the issues. Yet you think you should have special allocation. Over the community, over the family, over the people. Stuff like this we've talked about that get you canceled. What else? Do you know our government spent $50 million on condoms for Gaza? Do y'all know our government was spending $50 million for condoms for the Gaza Strip, and they was making condom bombs out of it to bomb the Israeli people. Israel, if you mad, you should also be mad at America for giving money for condoms to Arabs who really don't believe in condoms like that. Because they believe in marriage. They got their religion tell them not to have fornication, do a lot of the stuff. Who won't wear them anyway. And they was using the condoms to make bombs to bomb Israel. $50 million. Man, we couldn't even get 51 million in our neighborhoods. Brandon Johnson and his cronies, J.B. Pritzker, gave 51 million to non-citizens, and we watched it. I just told you they sent another 50 million over to Gaza Strip for condoms. 50 million. Do y'all understand what we could do with 50 million in Inglewood, Lawndale, Austin, Auburn, Gresham, Roseland? Do y'all South Shore? Do y'all know we got felon hospitals? Y'all know I talk about the Roseland. Felon hospitals all over us in our communities. No trauma. 50 million could build a trauma center, can't it? 50 million. These crybabies are out here crying about where the money is going. You know why they crying? Because they were the cool kids. They was the Democratic cool kids. While we was the misfits, the nerds, the goofies. They the Democratic cool kids. They all benefited from DEI, Asia, R3 money. See, when you can really pull yourself up by the bootstrap or no boots or the ankles and make something out of nothing like we've been able to do, and we've suffered under the Democratic administration here in Chicago as an organization. But y'all, you can't say it has broke our spirit. Their goal was to break my spirit. Their goal here in this city and still is to break me, is to break black men. Chicago is heterophobic. Chicago is heterophobic. Black men need not apply for business loans. I like right now, we built multiple businesses in several wards. Pat Dow's ward, Walter Burnett's ward, and a couple other wards. And these people haven't been to visit our business yet. Not that I care. These people haven't been to visit our businesses yet. They're not even concerned with the number of young people we've been able to put to work. That means no jail. That means no crime against society or our community. That means black men working can take care of their children and their women. Black men work before I get. Black men are able to work before me, Tyrone Muhammad, who helped orchestrate and build it, get $1. I put money in our community pocket. And them very people we vote in office every day don't even see that as honorable. They violate that every day. Even our store on State Street, they've sent over 8 inspectors in there. And we always good. But they told us to come check on this. They sit in offices, in Brandon Johnson's office, and openly said, go check down there on Tyrone Muhammad's business. I know this for a fact. These people openly violate us every day. Every day these people violate us. And we told them how we was feeling. How many times we holler at city council? How many times we go to Springfield? Man, the Democratic Party is so weak and disrespectful that they sent the black elected officials around the country for Kamala Harris in swing states while we dying in our state. I'm going to tell you it again. They knew they was losing. They knew they was in trouble. They sent them around, your black elected officials, they sent them in other cities to gin up the vote, door to door. So that they can win office, so that they can put Kamala in heaven, so they can keep up with this gender crap over people. So they can continue to talk about funding to do sex change operation for our kids. And these punk pastors openly in their church accepted that crap. The Catholic Church, all of them. Y'all should denounce all religion. Y'all should denounce all religion in this city, in this country. Because they hypocrites. All of them. While judging us. It's souls to the polls for them. There's no such thing as separation of church and state in this country. All of them kiss the ring and pay homage to religious institutions when there should be a separation. We sit back and suffer, man. In the city of Chicago, we got a black police chief. In the city of Chicago, we got a black mayor. We just lost a black state's attorney for a white state's attorney who don't care about locking up 11-year-old kids. We just got rid of a black state's attorney for a state's attorney who don't even understand or care about what you dealing with financially, the culture, the nothing. At least with Kim Fox, y'all were able to see Sister Girl in the blocks in the hood and in the streets. We got a whole black police chief from Inglewood with a socialist mayor who won't even let him do his job. A whole black police chief. How you become from Inglewood? And then we got to let the mayor play all in his butt. He can't even be a man in the city of Chicago because he has to play politics Why black women and children are dying. Why migrants was robbing, home invading, and doing all type of manner of crap to our community and our women. And they couldn't say nothing. Hey, calling, this Tyrone Muhammad. This is ExCons4Trump Live. Who am I speaking to?
Hi, Tyrone Muhammad. This is LaTanya Gambling. I'm one of George Blakemore friends. I just wanted to call in and tell you kudos to what you are doing in the community. You have just been, like a trailblazer as far as opening up businesses, taking care of the youth, even the volunteer work that you did on the CTA on the train when you were out there. Yeah, that was amazing. And a lot of this stuff they're not giving you recognition for, but people see you. We see you. The community sees you. So when you say that they're not giving you your kudos, I wouldn't even worry about that. Shout out to you for doing your thing and making the community better. Because you always say it starts with us.
It's going to take us to save us, sister.
So I just want to tell you congratulations on what you're doing.
Thank you,
and
sister.
Also,
yeah.
And one more thing, today Trump's press secretary just openly said that she's giving podcasters, people who have shows such as your own, she's giving them the opportunity to come to the room to report the news how it is. There's a steps that you have to go through as far as getting credentials to get in there, but they're opening up just not the fake news.
That's right.
I just want to put that out there.
I heard that. I look into that as well.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Good luck for your run for leader.
Thank you.
To support.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
2026. So, yeah. Thank you for calling ExCons4Trump Live on Intellectual Radio. Tyrone Muhammad, who am I speaking with?
Hey, this Snoop, big bro.
What up, Snoop? Turn your phone down. Turn your you got your backup the phone down. I mean your radio. Okay.
Is that you?
Okay.
Good?
All right. Yeah, we good now. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Hey man, look, 1,000 blessings, man. Hey, look, that message that you just unfolded. I mean, I'm sitting here right now just telling myself, like, man, I've watched it just firsthand, just crumbling, the disrespect. And I mean, we need change, man. I'm tired of the same old rhetoric over and over again. I don't understand why these people are not listening, man. They're not listening, man. But I mean, just keep doing what you're doing. And, I'm going to keep rocking with you, bro.
Thank you, brother, man. Appreciate you as well. So we're going to do it. We don't have a choice because they're not going to save us. It's going to take us to save us. We're going to keep pushing that narrative until we push them out of office and out of our communities and out of our lives. Thanks for calling in. Call in, y'all. Live call in. Want to hear from you. That's 708-223-8953. 708-223-8953. Live call in. I want to hear from you and what you have to say about these issues and all this crybaby stuff. Man, women and children, you know how this is what I'm saying. They don't cry about all the women and children murdered in Chicago. They not crying about the little homies that's getting killed and murdered. The unemployment rate of black men and boys is the lowest. The dropout rate of black men is higher than anybody's. The murder rate and incarceration rate of black men and boys is higher than anybody's. Our mental health issues, our traumatic experiences as black men and boys is higher than anybody, even if we don't show our traumatic experiences. The most disinvested, the most likely to be murdered by a cop, the most likely to be murdered, period, coming home from school are black kids and black people. Every socioeconomic level, black men, women, and families are at the bottom. And we losing our homes every day. We've been exploited every day. And none of them is crying about nothing I just said. They crying about children can't get the government to do a sex change operation. Man, if y'all don't get y'all devil, evil butts up out our face, y'all don't get that wicked stuff out our face, you do what you want when you're an adult. Keep that crap away from my children. Them same people talking about they love children, and the children is going to feel that they don't know their gender. I identify as a multi-billionaire. I identify as a multi-billionaire. That don't make me one. We need to stop it. We really do. It ain't about that. We're about love and respect and that, because I hire everybody in our space. I serve everybody in our space, regardless of gender, color, class, no, any of that. When we was doing the CTA initiative and was bringing public safety, we met every level from trans, gay, LGBTQ, and everybody else. White, black, brown, cheered us on and loved what we was doing. We did all of that with no government help or money. I got news for y'all, in case y'all didn't know it. Your government that you selected, I think George Blakemore said, you deserve the government you get. You deserve the government you pick. Something. George, tell me your line. You deserve the government you elected. You deserve the government you pick. And you pick the government you deserve. Your government don't care about you. Anytime they could take $1 billion in the city of Chicago and house non-citizens, illegals, ain't none of them legal. Shouldn't have had no baby while you was here. They got to go with you. Everybody got to go because we said we did not want that. Y'all watch that alderman crying over there, Jeanette Taylor. Crying and then still turned around and voted for it. She cried and told us that it was Lori Lightfoot's fault. Over at Wadsworth. Remember, I went to jail at Wadsworth for standing up and saying, no, if black kids can't be in here, black women can't have no housing here, then they shouldn't have none. They tried to do the same thing at South Shore High School. We shut it down. She cried and cried and cried and then voted for the money to be given to them. She won't vote to give us a dime, but she'll vote to give non-citizens resources, and we operate in the public safety and workforce development space for disinvestment and poverty. Yo, elected official, you deserve the government you get. You deserve it. They should run you out of town, all of us, because we allowed them to play in our face, as the little homie say, and then tell us that they're working for the people. While they drinking, smoking, partying, and doing all the manner of evil in these mixers and in these Capitol buildings or cities. These people hate y'all. These people only use you all as fuel and tool for their dirty religion. And you know what their religion is? Politics of corruption. They use you for their own political agenda. Yeah, it's time. It's been time for us to create a third party. It's been time for us to gin up enough success and opportunity for us to push against. Me personally, I need 5 wards in Chicago that we're going to show them that we flipping. We can't flip them all. I want 5 wards in Chicago that we flipping. Since they bipartisan, nonpartisan race, it don't matter who run. We got to get rid of these people to show them that they was a part of the problem. Look at y'all neighborhoods. Is there anybody out there that's satisfied with the way their neighborhoods look in Inglewood? Auburn Gresham. How about Austin, Lawndale? Is there anybody, back of the yard? Is there anybody satisfied? Roland. Come on, Roland. Are we satisfied with the way our funds are being used to take care of non-citizens and garbage initiatives while we die and starve in these neighborhoods? And y'all wondering why these young people robbing and sticking y'all up. I'm so sad that the Lund brothers, as we talk to them and try to teach them about civic responsibility and social engagement and violence anywhere, violence everywhere. But I often tell them, and I'm going to tell y'all what I tell them. It's no way for you to be robbing grandmama and little sister and the little lady going to work every day and shooting your little homie when the people the issue you have is from them. The elected officials created this problem and the burden that you have. They did it. Deal with them. And I'm point these shorties at them. I'm going to point these little homies every time I talk to them. Ain't no more us being the peacemakers against this. Yeah, peacemakers against our community. But I'm going to show these shorties that the elected officials are your enemies. That's your enemy. Not little homies starving like you. I'm going to show the little homies how y'all took this money and gave it to non-citizens. How y'all take this money, instead of making their schools better, y'all taking resources to fund operations on babies. The DEI program that's supposed to serve your mama and father, they only serve a few. They only serve a very few. Who say I'm lying? Who out there say I'm lying? Y'all sitting there crying about DEI. You got these radio personalities and TV personalities crying. You are goofy. How brainwashed could you be? Y'all know why they cry? Because the swamp is being drained. The swamp is being drained. How Trump dance go? God uses Trump in a way the so-called spiritual people, see, they selective God, fearing. They selective religious. They don't see how God used everybody to clean up, orchestrate, regulate, and what is it called? Level set. Everything. $50 million by our government that Trump stopped going to condoms in Gaza Strip. Man, they don't spend $50 million on condoms on black people, and we the number one AIDS patients. Isn't we the fastest growing women? Black women the number one, the fastest growing cases of AIDS. Black women. Black women, heterosexual, no gay women, black heterosexual women. And they don't spend $50 million on condoms for you. Man, y'all crazy. I know it sounds like I'm hollering at I'm talking to myself a lot of the time. When in our mind, when we think about creating businesses, man, all I think about is the next generation. All I think about is how do we self-empower. That is a dangerous notion. When they push against you on every level, they take everything from you. And not only that, you come out of prison, you got 21 years, you got an X on your back. I'm already discriminated against. And being that I'm a former gang member and all this stuff and doing this stuff, they already has a level of distrust for us. And I happen to be a black man, and I'm not 5'2". And I'm a heterosexual. See, that's a disease in America. And I'm going to say something else to y'all. Black men don't give a damn about no 2025. Project 2025. Man, we don't care about that goofy stuff, them lies and them scare tactics y'all try to use. We've been on a project 40 years already by the Democratic Project. The Democratic agenda has already projected us. They've already isolated us in cells and cells and cells. Everything is a cell when it comes to destroying black people and black men in particular. Yeah, they benefit a few sisters. They sit in them positions. But guess who they become when they get in them positions, brothers? They become tokens. They become tools for the very enemy whose job it is to destroy black men and boys on every level. And even if they say they didn't do it, that's not what they're doing. I can prove it at no limit of time that these communities, black men could get murdered right now. And how many murders done happen today? They won't even make the news. Because a black man could die. A black man could be murdered. The greatest black men in the world have been murdered because we don't protect them. Dr. King, every year, we want to talk about Dr. King. But everything he said, go read some of them 40, listen to some of them, go to YouTube, Google Dr. King's speeches. And he's talking about these same liberals. He said, I fear that I've just sentenced my people pretty much, integrated my people into a burning house. In America, it's surely burning. I'm not sure Trump could even save her. Check out California. But man, I love the way the executive, the commander-in-chief was on the ground, taking care of the people. Man, we got a disrespectful devil who hate black people, who's a racist. I saw them stand together with Brandon Johnson. And then they brought Rahm Emanuel. Keep eye on that devil too. Keep eye on him. Because he probably want to be senator. Keep eye on him, but he gonna see me again. Keep eye on him. He think he done went away long enough to make us forget about 16 shots in the cover-up. He went away. See, they could be murderers. They could be bad men. They could be policy hiding death, hiding the murder of a young man like Laquan McDonald, hiding the murder, and then go off and work as what was he in another state? Secretary and the liaison. See, they got jobs for them. Tyrone Muhammad got to create a job. We the true entrepreneurs. We got to create. We have to create opportunity to feed other people. And even while creating opportunity to feed other people, our government trying to take it from us. They don't give us nothing, and then they take it. Oh, we at war. Because what you're not going to do to me, you're not going to take nothing from me. Ain't nobody going to be able to sleep or walk these streets. You ain't taking nothing from us when we feeding our people. And you don't give us nothing, you're not walking these streets. And that's a promise. Now, go tell that to J.B. Pritzker. Well, take what we build and give it to white men. You're going to take what we build that's federally legal. Something that's federally legal. Then you're going to give it to something that's federally illegal. You're going to give control of something federally legal over to something that's federally illegal. And we supposed to watch you do that to us while we taking care of families, create our own lane and space and innovators. And we supposed to watch you do that. All you Negroes that's working for them, trust me. And you could put this on, you could write it down. You ain't gonna see the last of us. I tell y'all about what they doing. If you don't know what they doing, I'll tell y'all another day. Just think about it like this. Every business that we've created, they're trying to hinder it and block it and destroy it. Because black men shouldn't be in business. Black men got the audacity to be in business. It shouldn't happen. Once again, 708-223-8953. 708-223-8953 if you want to call in. But everybody watching and in tune. Everybody watching and in tune. Go to IntellectualRadio.com. That's IntellectualRadio.com if you haven't done it. And you subscribe and share, man. Support. Show your love. Show your love. It's okay. Show your love. Build the record radio station that's for us, by us. IntellectualRadio.com. Go there. How much time I got, Earl? I got 5 minutes. I'm going to see if anybody want to call in. I got 5 minutes. We're going to flip Chicago for sure. I don't know what color it's going to be. Maybe we need to make it purple. But we got to do something different. We can't keep doing the same thing. We can't keep doing the same thing. Democrats, get on board. The people have elected and selected. Maybe you need to make friends with people. It's even okay to be my friend. If you're gonna be right, I don't want to be your friend. I just be cordial and associate to you. I don't gotta be your friend. But we gonna do right by each other. Maybe it's time for y'all to help Trump build. Since he's 4 years here, you're not gonna do nothing about it. You can't do nothing about it. The people already voted him in for 4 years. So you should be about the business of helping the people fix their communities. I got it, Earl. ExCons4Trump live, Tyrone Muhammad. Who am I speaking with?
You speaking with Devin. How you doing, sir?
Hey, man, listen. Hard trials are necessary to establish truth, and truth is being established in this country and in this state.
That's right.
In this state,
That's right.
in this city, and even in our own households. So I enjoy that things are being established, and we're doing what we call a weed and tear, because we get to see even our sick family members crying about something that's good for them. You know, that castor oil was nasty as hell, right?
Man.
But grandmama would hold my nose and open my mouth at the same time while I close the hole in my nose and put that castor oil in my mouth. But I felt much better, though, after I got it down in my stomach. They got to get it in their stomach first, because this is the thing, Devin. They've been eating off of our disinvestment and using black people as a tool for their dirty practices for so long.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, go on, talk about it.
Hey, I just want the listeners to understand, regardless of how you emotionally feel about the leader of the country, you still have a part to play. Not you specifically, but I'm talking to the audience. Right? So I was just thinking of something the other day. Just this morning, early this morning or late last night, it was 3 women found killed on the South Side. And what struck me was, while I was getting ready for my day, is all those anti-prevention programs, ECCSC, you need them right now. You know, we need that right now, and they just pushed you out the way, bro. You see that? And we need that type of energy, because
real quick, Devin, I moved out the way.
Thank you.
Because what's going to happen is, Devin, it's like a man with a woman that he care about more than she care about him.
Mm.
You're going to crash, man. And you're going to get...
But I'm going to tell you this. At least you told the truth. You told us what was going to happen if we don't take care of these shorties and these young people. You told us, bro. And now they can't read. They can't get back into the workforce. What they going to do, Tyrone?
Eat them up. I hope they eat these boule class up and stop robbing the poor people and rob the little bourgeoisie boule class. And they'll tell you, he said rob them. No, I didn't. I said, if you go rob somebody because they caused your disinvestment, stop robbing the people next to you, the little guy. These the ones that did it to you. Go in their pockets.
Yep. Go in their pockets. That's the one who's been hiding behind the truth.
That's right.
I'm like I said, man, I just need the people. They need to read the Constitution. You need to read the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. You need to understand what these words mean. They were written for us. The Democrats expanded the interpretation of these amendments to where they wasn't even supposed to go. And when we ask questions, then we look like we did something wrong. We didn't do anything wrong, bro.
No.
We got bamboozled and led astray, and that's really what happened. So I just need people to get centered and refocused on what we need to do to move forward as a community, and we don't have to take care of everybody no more.
So
and that's it.
Before you leave, I want you to understand, I've said we need to come together. Devin, you got to come off the couch. Quit playing, man. You got to come off the couch. It ain't enough to be smart and pontificate about what's necessary for us if we're not going to be off in the street.
Like I told you, bro, I'll help you write the policy. That's all. All I want to do is write policy.
Yeah, write the policy, but I want you got to have a baseball bat too. So,
I got you.
All right, so this is what I want to say. It's 5 wards we need to identify that we remove and target. 5 wards, and then I'm working on doing the first campaign fundraiser kickoff for my United States Senate run, just to say to the people, hey, we got an independent party running. We running as an independent for the U.S. Senate, so we want to gear up and get the volunteers ready to help and push. So I'm gonna push on that level, man, and get ready. So I'm gonna need you on that team, man. Get ready.
I got your back, man. I got your back. Let's go. We independent. And again, I need the people to research what these opponents are gonna lie about. Joe Biden wanted to bring in all these immigrants to replace us.
Yep.
He told the people that on the Zoom call, and they didn't even say nothing. So how you gonna let somebody disrespect you in your face, and you don't even have the cojones to even respond? I don't need those type of leaders, man. I need somebody that, if you're gonna say what you're gonna do, just stand on what you say.
Absolutely.
That's all you really got to do, man.
But they don't stand on what they say, because if they stand on what they say, then the people gonna hear and they gonna do something different. They have to lie to us. They've been lying to us since we've been here, and so we tired of lies. So thank you for calling in.
Tyrone.
Oh,
absolutely.
They most definitely sell out. So we're gonna change that narrative. Thank you.
We got you. Do your thing, bro. Love you too.
Thank you. This is Intellectual Radio, and I'm Tyrone Muhammad for ExCons4Trump Live. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you Thursday at the same time, 9 o'clock. Live call in, 708-223-8953. Show your love. Go to IntellectualRadio.com and subscribe and share. We love you. I love you, everybody. Let's get safe and let's stay safe and let's watch after each other. Thank you for tuning in.
And I guess you didn't take it too far and won't value yourself for the right price. But you are the reason they breathe and the reason they dreams unfold. So we gotta handle this. It's been ridiculous how we let haters get so inconspicuous. Watching my power, burning demons. You wanted a purge? Open season. So drunk with illusion, don't see